Welcome back to our channel, where we journey into the past to uncover the stories of individuals who shaped our world. Today, we're diving into the turbulent heart of 7th century Iraq, a land of shifting alliances, fierce battles, and larger-than-life personalities. Our focus is on one of the most charismatic, controversial, and captivating figures of this era, Mukhtar Al-Sakhfi. Was he a hero, fighting for justice, a cunning rebel, hungry for power, or something else entirely? Join us as we explore the life and legacy of the man who dared to challenge empires. Mukhtar Al-Sakhfi was born around the year 622 CE in the city of Taif, in what is now modern-day Saudi Arabia. He belonged to the powerful Thaqif tribe, a group with significant influence in the Arabian Peninsula. From an early age, Mukhtar was immersed in the complex web of politics and power that defined the early Islamic community. His lineage connected him to key figures of the time. He was a cousin of Abdullah ibn Zubair, who would later declare himself Caliph, and he became a staunch supporter of the fourth Caliph, the revered Ali ibn Abi Talib. This loyalty to Ali and his family, the al-Bayt, would become a defining characteristic of Mukhtar's life and political career. The years following the death of the Prophet Muhammad were a period of immense change and upheaval known as the First Fitna, or Civil War. After the assassination of Caliph Ali, the Islamic world was fractured. Mukhtar, like many, found himself navigating a landscape of competing claims to leadership. Initially, he supported Ali's son, Hassan, in his brief caliphate. However, the political currents were strong, and the Umayyad dynasty, led by Muawiyah, soon consolidated its power, establishing a hereditary rule that many, including Mukhtar, viewed as a betrayal of Islamic principles. Mukhtar's early activism against the Umayyads saw him imprisoned, but his spirit remained unbroken. The event that truly catalyzed his rise to prominence was the tragedy of Karbala in 680 CE, the brutal killing of Hussein ibn Ali, the grandson of the Prophet, by the forces of the Umayyad Caliph Yazid, sent shockwaves throughout the Muslim world. A deep sense of grief and a burning desire for justice ignited in the hearts of many, particularly in the city of Kufa, a major center of support for Ali's family. It was this powerful sentiment that Mukhtar would harness. After his release from prison, Mukhtar arrived in Kufa, a city simmering with discontent. He began to gather followers, his message resonating deeply with those who felt wronged by the Umayyads. He didn't just promise political change, he promised vengeance. His rallying cry was Ya Lathrat al-Hussein, which means "Oh, for the vengeance of Hussein." This powerful slogan became the banner under which he united a diverse coalition of supporters. He claimed to be acting as the representative of Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiya, another of Ali's sons, lending an air of legitimacy to his movement. Mukhtar's charisma, his powerful oratory, and his promise of retribution turned him into the leader Kufa had been waiting for. In 685 CE, Mukhtar and his followers launched their revolt. They swiftly seized control of Kufa, driving out the governor appointed by the rival Caliph, Abdullah ibn Zubair, who was based in Mecca, with Kufa as his stronghold. Mukhtar was now a major power player in the region, controlling a significant portion of Iraq. His rule was not just about military conquest. He also implemented social and political reforms. He was known for championing the cause of the Mawali, who were non-Arab converts to Islam. In the Umayyad social hierarchy, the Mawali were often treated as second-class citizens, despite the Islamic principle of equality. Mukhtar elevated their status, granting them rights and positions of power, which earned him their fierce loyalty, but also alienated some of the traditional Arab tribal elites. Having established his rule in Kufa, Mukhtar turned his attention to his primary goal, avenging the tragedy of Karbala. He systematically hunted down those who were involved in the killing of Hussein and his companions. One by one, the key figures from the Umayyad army at Karbala faced Mukhtar's justice. His forces captured and executed individuals like Shimr ibn Diljashin and Umar ibn Sa'd, men whose names had become synonymous with the brutality of that day. For many, Mukhtar was fulfilling a sacred duty, righting a terrible wrong. These acts solidified his reputation as the avenger and further fueled the devotion of his followers. But Mukhtar's ambitions put him on a collision course with the other major powers of the time. He was fighting a war on two fronts, against the Umayyads in Syria and against the Zubarids, who controlled Mecca, Medina, and other parts of Iraq. The Umayyads, eager to crush his rebellion, dispatched a massive army under the command of one of their most feared generals, Ubayd Allah ibn Ziyad. Ibn Ziyad was the very governor of Kufa who had overseen the campaign against Hussein, making this a deeply personal confrontation for Mukhtar's forces. The two armies met at the Battle of Khazir in 686 CE. Mukhtar's army was led by the brilliant commander Ibrahim ibn al-Ashtar. Despite being outnumbered, they fought with incredible ferocity, driven by their cause. The battle was a decisive victory for Mukhtar's forces. In a moment of poetic justice, Ubayd Allah ibn Ziyad himself was killed on the battlefield, the same man who had once held so much power over the very people he now faced. This victory was the zenith of Mukhtar's power. He had not only avenged Karbala, but had also defeated a major Umayyad army, proving himself a formidable military and political force. However, a ruler with so many enemies cannot remain secure for long. While Mukhtar was focused on the Umayyads, the threat from the Zubarids was growing. Abdullah ibn Zubair, the caliph in Mecca, viewed Mukhtar as a dangerous rebel who had usurped his authority in Iraq. He appointed his brother, Muzab ibn Zubair, as the governor of Basra and tasked him with eliminating Mukhtar. Muzab was a capable commander, and he managed to rally the Arab tribal leaders in southern Iraq who were resentful of Mukhtar's pro-Mawali policies. The stage was set for a final, decisive conflict. Muzab's army marched on Kufa, and the two forces clashed in a series of battles. Initially, Mukhtar's troops fought bravely, but the tide began to turn against them. Many of the Kufan tribal nobles, who had once supported him, now abandoned him, switching their allegiance to Muzab. Betrayed and outnumbered, Mukhtar and his most loyal followers were forced to retreat into the governor's palace in Kufa, where they were besieged. The siege was long and brutal. Supplies ran out, and the situation grew desperate. Mukhtar refused to surrender. In a final act of defiance, he told his remaining men that he would rather die fighting than submit to his enemies. On April 3, 687 CE, Mukhtar Al-Sakhfi, along with a small band of his most devoted soldiers, burst out of the palace gates and charged into the besieging army. He fought with incredible bravery, a warrior to the very end, but he was ultimately overwhelmed and killed. His death marked the end of his revolutionary movement. Muzab ibn Zubair took control of Kufa, and a harsh crackdown followed, with thousands of Mukhtar's supporters being executed. So, what is the legacy of Mukhtar Al-Sakhfi? It remains as complex and contested today as it was in his own time. To his enemies, he was a false prophet, a power-hungry rebel, a kodab or liar, as they called him. They saw his claims and his revolution as a selfish grab for power that brought nothing but chaos and bloodshed. But to his supporters, and to many in the Shia tradition who came after him, he is a heroic figure. He is Mukhtar, the chosen one, the avenger who rose to defend the honor of the Prophet's family and deliver justice for the martyrs of Karbala. They see him as a revolutionary leader who fought against tyranny and stood up for the oppressed. His story is a powerful reminder that history is rarely black and white. Mukhtar Al-Sakhfi was a brilliant military strategist, a charismatic leader, and a shrewd politician who rose from obscurity to rule a kingdom. He was a man of deep conviction who inspired fanatical loyalty, but also a pragmatist whose ambition led to his downfall. His brief but explosive career left an indelible mark on the political and religious landscape of the Islamic world. The questions surrounding his true motives and the nature of his legacy continue to be debated by historians and theologians to this day. He remains a symbol of rebellion, vengeance, and the timeless struggle for justice. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the life of Mukhtar Al-Sakhfi. His story is a testament to the dramatic and formative period of early Islamic history. If you found this journey into the past fascinating, please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We love hearing from you, so leave a comment below with your thoughts on Mukhtar. Was he a hero or a rebel? We'll see you in the next one.